something to the People's Attention Collective. Let me say this too. When you are truly anointed, right? When you are truly called collective, it is your job to speak on certain things, right? You know, in certain industries, right? Or just in life general, a lot of people don't speak up, or depending on the situation, you know, people might give you the advice. If I was you, I wouldn't say nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what they might try to do, whatever. But if you are truly called, if you are truly chosen collective, you're protected. It's your job to expose certain things. It's your job to speak on certain things, okay? And, you know, it's like God will use those moments, collective, to show you you're protected, okay? God will use those moments, those times of you exposing some shit, okay, to show you how protected you are, okay? That's why a lot of times you have to lean on your own understanding. When you chosen, when you are truly called collective, other people not going to be able to relate to you. Everybody don't have the protection that you have. I'm seeing politics.
Politics.
So you could have definitely exposed, again, I talked about this in the past. When it comes to politics, this could be in any area, any field. It don't have to be just government, right? When you think about politics, it's politicking going on at every level, collective, okay? So I feel like, again, when it comes to politics here, this is like some type of orchestrated or organized system that you expose,
organized crime
people
syndicate.
that you expose, collective.
Organized crime syndicate. A government organized crime syndicate.
I'm not gonna take these. I am seeing 777.
Child crime syndicate.
We got blueprint. We have lay low. Give me one more. We have collecting tears. I'm also seeing moving boxes. We've been seeing that a lot for you guys. Collective moving boxes. For somebody, you might be getting ready to move or relocate, especially this could be part of your protection, you moving.
Okay. No, I want to keep this document.
I'm also picking up an energy of somebody paving the way for you, right? Somebody opening the road for you. Somebody this is like you, for some of y'all, you have some type of assistance moving forward, okay? You have some type of assistance when it comes to your journey, right? You have, there are people that are looking out for you. It could be something going on behind the scenes that you don't see with Blueprint here, collective, and lay low. Again, there's a need for you to kind of just, you know, kind of, I was going to say be modest, but not be modest, but, you know, kind of just stay out the way, okay? Because, again, there are doors that's getting ready to open up for you. I feel like for some of y'all, you definitely can be going through something, or it's something you could have went through in the recent past with collecting tears here. Some of you guys guys may have had sleepless nights. Some of you guys may have shedded tears, collective. Some of you guys might, sometimes you go through shit that you can't tell nobody about. And again, Spirit is just telling you or reminding you, collective, that you are protected, okay? Clarify protected. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. So this is definitely like an energy of spying, or somebody, or for some of y'all, like you having eyes on you. With it being in reverse, you being protected from this energy. Look, the High Priestess is here. It's something happening that you can't see. It's something hidden, collective. It's something definitely that's beneath the surface with the High Priestess here. But you do have spiritual protection. And when you have spiritual protection, right, that intercedes, like that spirit will intercede within the physical realm, okay? So it's like these people might be watching you, they might be looking at you, but they can't touch you. They can't touch you, collective.
Can't touch this.
What is exposed?
Or you'll get MC hammered in the face.
So I'm seeing the King of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. I'm only going to take the one off top. I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles here as well. For some of y'all, you exposed some type of plan. Or somebody's plan was exposed. It's like somebody was, that King of Wands, right, was working towards something, or that King of Wands can be a part of that Ten of Pentacles, that group, that organization, that family unit, right? It's something that they've been working diligently at when it comes to you, okay? Or
to steal my
when it
life.
comes to something and you expose them. Or even if you haven't really exposed them, right, they know you have the knowledge of what they're doing, okay? We see it in one of the other decks I use sometimes. You know too much.
Yep.
Somebody might feel like you know too much, collective.
I know that they're bullshitting.
Clarify politics.
Sounding is fucking bullshitters. Bullshitting, kidnapping, felons. Child abusers. What they
We
are.
have the King of Swords. And I'm seeing the Knight of Swords. Heavy communication here. It's a lot of talk going on. It's a lot of talking going on, collective. For somebody, you could definitely be a High Priestess energy, a Hierophant energy. You could be a seer. You could be a dreamer, collective. You could be tapped into the clairs, okay? You might be tapping into the Akashic Records, the storehouse of information.
Let's go, Sterling.
Because you know things, and I feel like they just don't know how you know it.
Because my mom and dad love me.
Because you're not a part of their group. You're not a part of their organization.
Because I have
You're not in the same rooms that they're in, collective, but you have knowledge, okay, of what they're doing.
Yeah, because they're liars. It's easy to
So
spot a
it's like
liar.
somebody see you as a threat.
Because they're
Clarify
liars.
blueprint.
They're a group of liars. They're literally just liars.
One thing about it, you're going to always be a threat to the enemy. You're going to always be a threat to the enemy, collective.
Well,
Clarify blueprint.
The enemy is anyone who steals a child is
The
the
Sun
enemy.
card.
Enemy of God.
Look, with the Tower, this is confirmation, collective. You know what's going on with blueprint here. When you think about blueprint, I'm thinking about like
Let's go, Star.
this combination is putting me in the mind of kind of let me see if I can find this. Let me show y'all this real quick. Hold on. give you like a perfect illustration of like some type of blueprint, some type of layout, okay? Something that's going on behind the scenes, okay?
Treachery.
But hold on, let me see if I can find it. I know it's here somewhere. Here it goes. Look at this Three of Pentacles collective. This is what this is putting me in the mind of.
Comes to me.
You see, it's like a blueprint here. It's like a layout. It's very detailed. Something is being orchestrated here. And you know this information. You have knowledge of these details. Like I said, for some of y'all, you exposed it. Clarify lay low. What is lay low? We have the Ten of Pentacles here.
So part of the problem, part of the exposure is not just the child abusers, it's really just emotional manipulation in general. Because I've noticed that the world is structured in such a weird way, where it's like you have these people who think they're up top, but they're not really up top because they don't know how, they are not within spirit, they don't have spiritual protection, and they don't have true power, because true power comes from the preservation of others. And they run the system on the destruction, it's destruction-based economies and the destruction of others. So therefore they're not powerful. They're actually degenerating and degenerates, because the only way that you actually maintain your power is through the preservation of others. The way that you save your life is actually by saving other lives. The way that you get rich is actually by making other people wealthy. I'm talking about true wealth. It's reflection. It's actually a law in the quantum field, which is what you do comes back. So if you want to build real wealth, you start giving real wealth to people, real wisdom, things that, what I'm saying is it's all exchange, but also the way that the system is set up is so that we have these people who think they're up top, but they're degenerating because they're degenerates, because they generate other people, because they use other people to generate themselves. That's not the way it goes. And so I think that who did God tell me was in charge of technically who the real person is behind everything? God told me that the real person behind everything isn't actually a gay man named, I think the name is Pindar or some weird shit like that. And this guy basically, they have sex with children. You don't need to have sex with children to steal their energy. You can do like what Grandma Epstein in my life did, which was she was eating the plasma of the children. But she was eating the children because you know that there's eating and consumption going on, harvesting of energy, when there's no heart connection. I don't know why that just happened. You know that there's no literally said connection and it sounded like it connected, because that's what it is. That's how I knew this person in my life was a fraud, because she'd taken the children's heart connection out. She'd taken their lights out. And anyone willing to dismember a child's heart is not actually protecting them. They're actually doing damage. And there's two types of baby eaters. They eat the blood, which is what the people are all up in arms about, because it's actually not even good for the people doing it. Like, it makes them sick. Because when this woman was eating my children, she was eating their plasma, because she thought she could do that. She really thought that she could eat the plasma. She could consume the life force and take over the sexual life force of another couple. She thought that she could take the power, because they're power lines. Children are also power lines. And people want to connect to young, pure power lines so they can draw the energy. So she was actually drawing the energy, the plasma. And by doing that, she was in the hospital and sick. So I'm just letting you guys know, nobody gets away with being a fucking idiot. It just doesn't happen. Like, you can't actually violate a mother and violate a father and take their sex life and say that it's yours and claim it as your own and sit there and have good feelings. Like, this woman was literally, what I saw, you guys, was a woman who was like in heat. She was like in heat and excited about a couple's sexual energy. She was excited about the babies. Like, if you go and look at the report, she's like, oh my God, I love the babies. I just love these babies. I just love them. I just love them. But I realized that she was a liar and she didn't love my babies because in reality, love is light. And she'd taken their lights out. So what was she doing with the babies with the lights out? Dark shit. And so this is how the world is run. You've got these fake people who do a bunch of fake shit with children because they're trying to regenerate their power, but they don't know that the regeneration program comes from the saving of lives. Yeah, hey, wakey wakey. Yeah, so that's how that Neville Goddard taught me that. He said there is no one who saves it. You never save your own life. Your life is saved from you saving others. And people just don't know these background quantum actual mechanical laws that run the universe, and they're all because they don't know these laws. The fear and survival lands them in the system. And so when you're in the system, the structure is like this almost. It's like they have the celebrities, the show-offs. They have a bunch of people showing off. Okay, that's not actually useful or helpful to society. All the people showing off are not actually helping everybody. They're teaching people that life is for showing it off. But it actually isn't. Life is for growing light. And we have this legion of show-offs who are all just sitting there talking about how much money they made and what they did and who they're doing, when these assholes should be really focused on their family 100%. Like, if you really want to grow light in your heart and in your body, you actually require privacy. Like, I respect the Mars family because at least they know that absolute privacy is necessary. You don't see anything about these people. They're completely notoriously private. You don't see anything about what they're doing or how they do it because their family's preserved. They're growing light in a private. They've used their wealth to grow their light. Okay, sanity. A sign of sanity. Not one of them showing off and saying, "Yeah, when I built the Mars company, I wasn't expecting it to get it." Just shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. You know what I mean? Like, no, if people are offering genuine value, like if they're coming to you and they're like, "Listen, this is what I have to offer you. This is what I have to give." But when there's a bunch of people all showing off and bragging about how they made their wealth and what they're doing, like, these people bug me. Because these people, if they spent less time showing off and more time helping people, we'd actually have a better planet.